Good morning and welcome to Chair Meditation and Yoga with Dr. Heptualla. It's a beautiful Friday morning and we're so grateful for Dr. Heptualla, who is leading us on this meditative and body-mind movement journey. We're grateful to Yonkers Public Library, to our partners, Office of the Aging for the City of Yonkers, also NORC, and WJCS. And we have Barbara and Alexis here this morning, and they will introduce themselves and let you know what kind of services they provide.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Alexis Smith. I'm the case manager. I just want to wish everybody a happy Friday, a good weekend coming, and I'm here for any needs you may have, any questions, any help filling out applications, anything of that sort, just let us know. I will put the number in the chat.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Barbara Simone. I'm a nurse. I work with the NORC. Basically the same thing, but more on a medical basis. If you have any questions or concerns, I'm willing to answer them or help you navigate. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Alexis and Barbara. And now we're ready to dive into Chair Meditation and Yoga with Dr. Heptualla.
Hello, I'm Dr. Rubina Heptualla. I'm owner of Millennium Medical and Rehab, and I'm coming to you from Rye, New York, my home. And I'm able to do this class today, finally, after many weeks from the outside. And I have my hummingbird feeder right in front of me, and you may see a hummingbird once in a way. They are coming to the feeder a lot because they are getting ready for their migration to Mexico. And so they feed a lot before they have to make this journey. And then they are able to make the journey for the winter. So today the weather is also kind of cool, and after this heat wave, it's so beautiful to have a non-humid, very nice cool morning to do our yoga. The sun is also kind of changing its length. We don't have such long days anymore like we used to. So in yoga, many times the practices follow the weather. And so in the summer months, we do some poses that are more, and then in the fall and winter, we do different poses to prepare us for what's coming down the pike. So I will talk, as we go towards fall, what kind of poses will be good for you to practice during the fall months. In spring, we do more like opening, blooming poses because nature is blooming at the time as well. And during the summer months, we need to cool off and maybe get balance in our lives, and as we approach new seasons. So I'm going to start with a meditation practice. So I would like you to either close your eyes or at least lower your eyelids and just breathe. Focus on your breath, just noticing it, whether you are tense or whether you have some tightness. Just notice your breathing. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Just normal breathing. Noticing, not judging that you could have a longer breath or it's too short, or something is running through your mind. Just let all that go. and thoughts come into your mind, just let them float away on little boats in the water, one thought for every boat. Noticing that you have these thoughts and that you can let them go. Thoughts are like little chemicals that are released in our brain. Like I always say, these thoughts are not real. They're just chemical substances in our brain, constantly harassing us. If you have to do this, you have to do that. Not allowing us to enjoy the breeze. Right now, I feel the breeze on every hair follicle on my arm. And I hear the birds twittering. I wouldn't notice these things if I was just focused on my thoughts. I never think how I'm going to do this yoga class, or I just start and I just flow with it. I don't pre-decide what I'm going to do even. The weather and where I am kind of dictates the energy, how I lead the class. Today I want you to imagine like you have this red heart in the center of your chest. It's a very, very, very small heart. It is so tiny, like a little dot. And then as you inhale, with every inhale, it just gets a little larger. So inhale and feel your tiny, tiny dot-like heart is growing. With every breath you take, the balloon gets just a little larger. And it's growing. And as it's growing, this heart in your chest, it's sending off this heat energy from your heart to all parts of your body. So imagine that every breath is expanding that heart. It's full of energy and warmth. And you wish you could just touch it so you could get all that heat and energy. But guess what? It's already in your body. It's heating your body from the inside. And sending its lovely rays to every part of your body, from your fingers to your eyes, to your pelvis, to your toes. Your internal heat and energy is just pumping out today, making you a warm, healthy, vibrant person. And every time you inhale, it gets larger. And every time you exhale, some of that energy moves forward. Inhale, hold it for a second, and then exhale. Inhale, Hold it for a second and continue your breath practice by inhaling, holding for a second or two, exhaling, and let your inhale length equal to your exhale length. And if any thoughts come, remember you are to put it on that boat, the little paper boat in the water, and let it float away. Just focusing on your breath, inhaling, holding for a second or two, exhale. Now you can increase your count. You can inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, doing this count in your head of 4 for an inhale, 4 for holding, and 4 for exhalation is kind of making a square breathing. So let's do the square breathing together, counting in your head, holding, and counting down. When we do this kind of breathing, we are really able to expand our lungs. Now our heart size with all this inhalation is grown to its normal size from being a dot, and it's sending energy and blood and oxygen from all our breathing. So all our organs work in concert. If we take a good breath and exhale properly, our lungs are aerated well, and that also helps our heart send the blood out to different parts of the body with lots of oxygen from good inhalation. And then all the carbon dioxide that the body has can come out with exhalation. So we do not accumulate toxic substances in our body. It's a lot of birds twittering here. And they're waiting for me to finish this yoga class so they can start eating at the feeder. Today, try to notice something in nature just for a few minutes. Just a bird, a flower, some leaves. Just focusing on something in nature that's far away will help you calm your mind, and also to realize that there's so much more than ourselves in this world. And our brain is always keeping us imprisoned in our own thoughts. And we need to look outward what's out there to feel peace. So you can now slowly open your eyes and take in the surroundings. I always have this like blue light that I can see that I couldn't see before meditation. That happens to me by shutting my eyes for 5 to 10 minutes, and I can really feel energized with the red light that was glowing inside me and the blue light that I see once I open my eyes. So placing your two hands like namaste at your heart, feel your heart beating and how much peace it brings to you. Put your right hand on your heart and left hand on top of your right hand, and then feel your heart once again. This is the lifeline for your whole body. You never think about it, that it keeps doing its work. We only think about it when we have chest pain and we have to rush to the hospital. But every once in a way, we need to think about it and take good care of our heart. And the way we do take good care of our heart, like I said, was with good deep breathing. It helps to relax it. And then we can also help our heart by regularly exercising it, taking the heart rate up to a level that we can tolerate, and then bringing it down to normality. And then we can really lower our heart rate as well with breathing exercises. So we do not want our heart rate to be always elevated, and we do not need our heart rate to be really low. Okay. If you have very low heart rate or very high heart rate, you may have problems with your thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is located in your neck. It is a butterfly-shaped gland which has two components, a right and a left lobe with a little isthmus or connecting bridge to these two glands. It is a very important gland in our body, and as we get older, its functioning reduces, and so many people have, hypothyroidism, and they need to take thyroid hormone to have normal metabolism. And when the normal metabolism is low, you have less energy, you have less body functioning. For example, your bowels don't move normally, you feel more cold. And so these are some of the symptoms that we need to pay attention to as we get older. You also can enhance your thyroid metabolism by regularly exercising, have a normal weight. But if you have symptoms, you need to get lab work and then take the medication necessary to be, have a normal thyroid. So this is just a little tidbit of information before we start our exercise. Okay. So having our hands in prayer, we are going to raise it as far up as we can to the top. This is our Surya Namaskar or Sun Salutation. We are going to quickly dive into our program, and we are going to go down and just as far back as you can, as far forward as you can. You can let your neck loose and let your chest rest on your abdomen and just forward bend. Like I said, you can have blocks and you can put your blocks under your feet or, for your hands if you can't touch the ground. And that way you can do as much or as little as you can. We're going to do this again, and we're going to dive down, and then let our neck rest, and our chest rest on our thighs, And then we inhale back up. And then we exhale, going down again. And then inhale back up. And you can do these many times to build up heat in your body. When you do this standing up, when you're bending down, there's so much heat. It's like almost gets you to the point of being aerobic. Now we are going to do Tadasana or mountain pose. You can just close your eyes after the Surya Namaskar and just feel your body relax, get your heart rate back to normal, and then we can restart and we bring our hands to the top, and then we turn to the right and do a little twist. With our left hand, I'm holding my right knee, and then we breathe, and with our eyes, we look at the right shoulder if we can. And then we inhale back up, and then bring our right hand to left knee. Our left hand is behind, holding the chair, and as much as we can, we twist, and I'm looking at my left shoulder. The eyes get good exercise when we do this, looking behind us a little bit and focusing on a point. The inhalation up, exhalation down to the other side, doing the same movement in a meditative fashion. The inhale to go up, exhale to go down, twisting from right to left. We can do it in a moving meditation. That means always focusing on our breath and our movement and not letting thoughts penetrate as to when this is going to stop. Just moving and twisting. Moving and twisting. Stop whenever you feel like it's too much for you. Otherwise, keep going and you will see your body keep helping your muscles loosen up. So sometimes you can just have one movement just going back and forth, and then you'll realize, oh, suddenly I have an opening that I thought wasn't there because of the tightness of our sleeve or our pillow. So you can inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is also going to build heat in the body. Okay. Now we can bring back our hands to our chest. We have had good rotation of our spine, our very important part of our body that keeps us erect. And we are going to do a similar movement now with our neck, but not, so much. Just as much as you can, move your neck towards the right, looking at with your eyes on your right shoulder, then bring it back, then to the left shoulder, and bring it back. And do it again for your neck, right side, and then do it to the left side. This is going to improve the mobility of your cervical spine, something that it does not have much protection like the thoracic spine has. So its injury can be very, very painful and devastating at times. So we really have to take care of our neck very well and keep it erect, not too forward bending, not too much back, no hyperextension. But now you can bend down and look at your thighs and then bring it up in neutral position and then a little extension to strengthen your neck muscles opening up your thyroid gland for more circulation to the gland, and then bringing it in the middle. Bringing your neck down, letting the extensors over here in the neck, and then extending it back. So do these a few times, as much as you can. Then I'm just going to make one right move, bring it to the center, left move, and bring it to the center. And now I feel really relaxed in my neck, and I feel like my spine is energized. Now you're going to jump right into our poses, okay? We are going to do some of the poses that we have previously done for the hip joint. We are going to widen our inner thighs in this position, okay? And just hold your knees with your hand, just touching the inner thighs with your palms if you can, and then just feeling the stretch in your inner thighs. This can be a difficult move for people. Some people may be only able to do it this much. It's fine. Just do it as much so you can feel the stretch. And then now we can bring it back. And we are going to put our right ankle just above our left knee. Not on top of the knee, but just a little bit above, so we're on the muscle part and not on the tendons or the patella. And if you hear this tick, tick, tick sound, those are actually the sounds of two hummingbirds that are nuking it out for this feeder. They both want the feeder. It's very beautiful bird call of the hummingbird. Now we are going to just bend down on our figure of four that we have created with our legs. And we are going to touch, if we can, the floor or the blocks or wherever you can catch your left leg. Stay in this position, feel the stretch in your hip. For some, it might be very painful. You may not be able to do this, so hold it for long, but hold it as long as you can. And then you can bring up. Aren't the hummingbirds so beautiful? Just love hummingbirds. So placing your left leg on top of your right leg, just above your knee. You have made a figure four. You're going to press, and then you're going to bend down as much as you can and feel the length. We have a crazy cardinal here too. So one more time, bringing my right leg on top of my left. I'm going to bend down and then raise up. And then do this one. So good. I feel so good in my thighs. I feel like I've exercised some muscles that I haven't done for a while. Now we're going to go back to that position where we were with our legs. And we are just going to side bend. So I'm taking my right arm overhead and I'm bending towards the left, keeping my left hand rested on my thigh. And then I'm going to move on this side in this fashion. Let's say you are working your external oblique muscles, part of your core muscle group, and we did not, we did exercise them a little bit previously, so they may be a little tired with our side movement. But this is really good for you. Exercise in this manner. So we have done side movements with our legs wide. Now we have one more. You can just take your right arm and just slide it over your right leg. And just look up at your left arm, which is overhead or wherever you can have it. And then you do the same thing on this side. Just taking a little bit deeper into the poses. Do as much as you can. You are getting stronger every day by doing these exercises. So that's why I'm taking you a little bit deeper than I previously did. Now we're going to bring back our legs together again. And we are going to do our warrior one pose. And then we'll jump right into warrior two. So for warrior one pose, I'm going to have my left leg in that position that we had. But my right leg, I am going to turn it internally and then fold it in this fashion. And then I'm going to use both my arms to be up. And they are parallel to each other, my arms. And my leg is rested on the chair. In this particular pose, when you're standing, you have to have a lot of balance. But because of the chair, we are removing the balance part of our pose, but still strengthening our muscles in our abdomen and thighs. We're going to do the same pose on the other side, the warrior one pose, or Virabhadrasana 1. A few insects that are getting into the webs of my hand here. And a black capped chickadee is here. So beautiful. Okay. So we come back to neutral. I think I'm also some kind of flower here. Okay. We're going to do warrior two pose now. Like warrior one, we are going to put our left leg out in this right angle fashion. And then we are just going to take our left leg, right leg, rather than bringing it internally rotated, we are just going to keep it in this fashion, just partially rotated. And then we are just going to put our arms up like this, like a warrior, ready to pull the bow and arrow. Hold it and then bring it down. Bring it up again. Hold it, your arms, and then bring it down. Now we are going to, with our right hand, hold the chair on the right side, and then we are going to look up at our left hand in this manner. It's going to again pull our muscles that we don't exercise much, and then we are going to do it again. We're going to do the same pose on this side with our right leg in this right angle fashion, putting up our arms like a warrior. This is warrior two position. Hold it, bring it down. And hold it up, bring it down. Hold it, bring it down, and then hold it, and then going to do this pose where we are walking our right hand up and our left hand rested in the chair. Then we're going to bring it down, and then we're going to do the same pose again. Bring it up and bring it down. So this is a warrior two pose that you can practice. So warrior one, warrior two, and these are very, very important poses in yoga to build strength, balance, and really keep us erect. And So I had written a little bit about my last email about the important muscles of erector spinae, and these muscles are exercised very well in these poses. There are other poses that can help exercise those muscles even more, and one of them is just to stick your chest out like this, put your arms behind, and then just breathe. So you're taking both your two hands and placing it at the back near your buttock, and then breathing. Keeping your spine straight, not hyperextending it, just keeping the spine in one line and aligned. You're just opening your intercostal muscles and chest and just breathing. That heart that you expanded so much during the meditative practice is now just shining out to the world and radiating its energy everywhere around you. And then you can bring it back. Inhale, bring it out. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale and exhale. And I'm enjoying the beautiful hummingbirds that are just coming to the feeder now. And you can finish your practice today by, if you want, with another mountain pose for a few seconds. Just closing your eyes and having your arms just, they shouldn't be floppy hands. They should be hands with energy. And it should be extended out like this. And just hold yourself erect. Even when you're sitting, you can be erect and not slouching. And then just relax everything from your forehead to your eyes, your nose, your lips, your tongue, your neck, your thyroid gland, your clavicles, your chest muscles, your abdominal muscles, your intestines, your pelvis, your bladder, your thighs, knees, legs, heels, and toes. Everything is relaxed now, and then you're back to normal breathing after a few asanas. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful day. And this is Dr. Rubina Heptualla, owner of Millennium Medical and Rehab in Scarsdale. I hope you will come and join us if you have any pain or you want to improve your health with physical therapy, acupuncture, or chiropractic services. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Dr. Heptualla. That was very good.
Does everybody in the class want to unmute themselves in case they have any questions for the doctor this morning? That was a great session. Anybody have any questions? Yeah, I just asked everybody to unmute. Dr. Heptualla, it's wonderful. I think everyone's just zenned out and they're really enjoying the experience. We had a lot of comments in the chat. Grateful to you, grateful for this community. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, I think people are just really happy that they got this chance to ground and center themselves with Dr. Heptualla and the rest of the wellness community.
Wonderful. I'm so happy that everybody is getting to enjoy the outside with me.
Thank you very much. It was great.
I was interested to see you do the warrior in the chair. That was very interesting because warrior pose is something everybody's heard of, and to see the chair version was very, very cool. And the pose where you kind of did like almost like the pigeon pose in the chair too, to get that stretch in your back. That looked like something that we saw in the other yoga class too. So that's a great one to do in their chair.
Yes. The pigeon pose is not for everyone, but it is very helpful if you do it slowly. Over time, you will get there. Just take a few minutes every day to just stretch and practice some of the poses, so then we can take it to another level and get deeper into our bodies, learn about ourselves, where we have tightness, where we are open, where we have pain. Every one of us has some weaknesses and strengths, and if we can just recognize where our strengths and weaknesses lie, we can do something about it.
You do this every Friday?
Yes, at night.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. First time for me.
Until next time.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone, take care.
You too.